I would say that there's no fixed mantra of running a company. I work on building relationships with my clients. That way, I think it is a joint effort, and we will definitely work on results together. But three R's formula that is called ROI, responsibility, and responsiveness.
This is the 73rd episode of Dream 100 Show with Neha Fathima, founder of Aim Global. Welcome to Dream 100 Show, listener. I'm your host, Savita Hosamani. Each week, we interview today's most successful and inspiring business owners with winning teams who had the courage to chase their dreams in spite of all their challenges. Join us as we bring you everything that goes on in the minds of successful business owners during decision making process and gain insights to make smarter decisions. In today's episode, Neha Fatima explodes the myths of digital marketing and shares the best practices of incorporating digital marketing into every kind of business. Her venture, Aim Global, surpassed boundaries in a short span of time and won the hearts of people locally and globally through consistent and dedicated efforts. She is backed by a high performing team which caters to growing needs of clients. Wondering how she did it all? Let's hear it out from her as she shares her impactful insights about digital marketing right here, right now on Dream 100 Show podcast. So let's get started. Welcome to Dream 100 Show, Neha. It's so nice to have you here.
Thank you so much, Savita, for giving me this opportunity and to also talk about my business and share my experiences. Thank you for this.
Awesome. And how would you like to introduce yourself?
So yes, I am a Bangalorean by birth, born and brought up in this beautiful green city called Bengaluru. Done my engineering here, and luckily I got married in the same city as well. To be honest, how we started off, I would like to say that it was not something that I had really planned for. I really wanted to do something on my own, something like leading a team. I felt I had that leadership quality and I could maybe do something on my own, maybe someday. But it actually came to me naturally, I would say, after my second pregnancy. I had to take a break from work, of course, due to obvious reasons that my kids needed my presence around and all of that. And I was placed in a company called Tech Genie. It was there in JP Nagar of Bangalore. So I've spent 5 years with them. So they were into website and mobile app development, and I was an iOS developer. Too much technical, doing the codings and building apps and all of that. Basically spent 5 years with them, and then with my second pregnancy I just decided to step back a little, of course, for taking care of my family. And now it was the time for decision, I would say, where I had to either go back to the job that I was doing or do something on my own. And I, at that point of time, I had my husband supporting me. He helped me to choose entrepreneurship, as we both felt that it was more comfortable. And with entrepreneurship you can grow your company at your own pace, whereas when you're working for somebody, you're actually answerable, and if you're not able to deliver, then you yourself do not really like working when you're not satisfied. So yes, that was the turnaround time for me in my career. And why digital marketing, if somebody asks me, because I'm talking about like 6 years ago, right? So there was a lot of scope back then, which had people had already started investing in digital marketing, and it was already the talk of town. We saw that there would be a lot of demand in the upcoming years. My husband also comes with a digital marketing background, so together we took a decision that, since I also have a little bit of website development and app development background, and he had digital marketing background, so we started Aim Global. Yeah, I think we started off with a team of 5 and with around 7 clients, and today we are a team of 35, and in business we're catering to more than 40 clients right now. So I think it was a good decision, right? So yeah, that's how it is. Yeah, this is my journey, I would say.
Awesome. So, since you didn't have a business background, or your husband also didn't have a business background, because both of you started off at that point of time. So, how did you actually manage? Because when you are working, you have an employee kind of mindset. And here, when you come to business, it shifts to an entrepreneurial mindset. So, how did you cope up with those ways of working?
It wasn't easy, I would say. It was definitely difficult because, as you said, the mindset itself is different, employee versus employer. When you're an employee, you just have to manage about your own single contribution. Whereas when you're an employer, you have to see whether the team is performing, you're getting funds, you have to pay salaries. Whereas when you're an employee, you just wait for the end of the month or the beginning of the month and you get your own salary. So definitely it has been very difficult initially, but I would say that in my company where I was working, I was a leader. I mean, I was a team lead over there. So definitely the leadership qualities had been instilled in me by that company. I'm very thankful to TechGenie and my people out there. I would like to name Amit and Shamal. I'm sure if they would listen to my podcast, then they would appreciate me taking their names. But I think the exposure that you get, right, in being in a leadership role, that itself teaches you a lot about people management, client management. I was dealing with clients, I was dealing with a team, so definitely people and client were already there. And of course, as I said, my husband also was into digital marketing, so he knew what kind of clients are being catered to. A lot of things happened during this. Teenage times, he had partnered with his friends also and started a small startup, which kind of some of them failed, some of them did well. So based on all these experiences, together as a couple, we decided that these are the do's and don'ts. And I would say that there's no fixed mantra of running a company. Today also, even though it's been 6 years, each day I learn something new that I apply in my company. So definitely there isn't any written rule book that you need to follow to run a company. We are also learning and trying to implement and do best things for our employees, and I'm sure we are going to continue doing that in the upcoming years also. So it was difficult, but I really liked the ups and downs that we have all gone through, and it has been a good journey, I would say.
Awesome. So, how did your family support you? Because this was a change, both of you jumping into entrepreneurship. Wasn't there any kind of opposition from the family?
So my husband still continues to work. He is still working. I'm, basically taking care of this agency. He is definitely there as a backbone and as a mentor and all of that stuff. But of course, for me jumping into this entrepreneurship, considering I had a family to take care. I'm a mother to two lovely daughters, and I had to take care of them. And definitely, see the kind of mindset that we have all been brought up with, that the moment you finish your engineering or doctor or whatever degree, you are supposed to be working in a 9 to 5 job. That's the perspective of most of the Indian parents, and that's very, very common. So I think that is slowly changing in this particular generation. Maybe if my children tomorrow say that I want to take up entrepreneurship, I'll be very supportive. But back then our parents definitely were hesitant. They were like, you're getting such a good handsome salary and you're leaving that job and you're going to start a company, and then of course why do you want to sit and break your head with this salary thing and convincing clients and all of that. So definitely it was, I wouldn't say they were against it or they didn't allow us to go. They were always supportive. They've really helped me take care of my daughters as well and all of that. But of course there was definitely I would say two side opinions. Ki some said it's a good thing, do it, and some said nahi, why are you doing it, and all of that. But nevertheless they have always been supportive even till date. I would say that without a family support, you really cannot do much. Especially for women entrepreneurs, it is a little difficult in the market out there, and for us to manage home, family, work, and everything. But if your family isn't supportive in the first place, you wouldn't be able to do anything. So I would really appreciate and thank my family for being there for me.
Awesome. So, but in a short while, Aimglobal has been awarded as the best marketing agency from Karnataka Excellence. So, How was that feeling, and how did you achieve it in such a short span of time?
I would say that there are many digital marketing companies out there, and all of them are definitely striving to do their best. All our services are almost the same. So we are all doing search engine optimization. We are all doing social media marketing, graphic designing, performance marketing to get you leads, sales, calls, and all of that. But what I would say is how Aimglobal is different. I call it, the three R's formula, that is called ROI, responsibility, and responsiveness. So I know agencies, who do not really, say, for example, share a report unless the client asks for it, right? Or who are, not very responsive at times. When the client wants something, nobody is on their toes giving them stuff and all of that. What is important for a client is that when they are in that panic mode, or when they need to know something, they just need somebody to hold their hand and say that we are there for you, and don't worry, I'm giving you this information, right? This is what we have been working on. I work on building relationships with my clients. I do not treat my clients as clients, to be honest. I have a client who is 6 year old, the same age as my own company, and they are more like family now. So it is not like a client agency relationship. So we ensure that we are giving you the ROI of whatever you're investing, you're getting back. So definitely there will be some things that you can measure. It will be tangible, some will be intangible. But definitely we are giving you that roadmap. This is how your business is growing, and they are able to see progress. The second thing is responsibility. Whether it's something that has gone well or gone wrong, we are there to take responsibility for it, and we are there to make amendments and ensure that your business is not affected. And responsiveness. So we have a WhatsApp group for every client. I am there personally in all WhatsApp groups. I see what my managers are doing. I see what my SMEs are doing. And though I really do not, engage too much in the groups, because I let the teams manage, but then wherever needed, I definitely pitch in. I am there for the client. The clients can always call me, and I'm there to support them. So that's how it is, right from results to follow-ups to support. I think if they've sent an email, I'll be there. We do regular reviews with our clients to see that your work is improving, not improving, what needs to be changed in our strategy. And we are completely transparent. That's why I think my retention rate, I would say, is around 70 to 80%.
Wow.
In this industry, especially in the digital marketing industry, this kind of retention rate is very, very rare. But I do have clients, as I said, who are working with me since 6 years, 4 years, 5 years, and they have trusted us in this journey. So yeah, so that's how we've come this far.
Okay, that's awesome, really awesome, because like most of the people who have worked with agencies, it is not only one agency. They say that we have a list of agencies, and
Right.
every agency, they have had one or the other kind of dissatisfaction. So bringing in customer happiness in this field is definitely a challenge.
Right.
And when you say that the retention rate is so high, that speaks a lot. So
Yeah.
now,
Thanks so
Neha,
much.
I would like to understand now, let's say a company is a growing company. When do you think a company should say that? Because some of the companies, they focus only on organic kind of marketing. And now, because of the kind of exposure people have had, they are doing digital marketing in their own way. So when do you think a company should shift from organically whatever they are doing to a professional environment?
So I would say if it's a new business, then from day one. Reason being because digital marketing is just one stream of marketing. It is not the only source for you to get your business or grow your business, but it is one of the most important streams, and it is definitely the market over there is cluttered and there's too much of competition. So if you don't start from day one, then your competitors are already over you. And if you start late, then it is as good as saying that if you are all in a running race, right? And if your competitors have already started the race, and if you start half an hour later or 10 minutes later, you're definitely going to lose the race. maybe you can catch up, but then that's really going to take a lot of time and effort, and you really need to be running like a super runner to do something like that. But so I would say for a new business, start from day one. Digital marketing takes time to pick up, to perform. So you need to invest in a website the moment you feel that yes, my business is something that I need to promote on digital platforms. Please invest in a good website, start promoting it on social media, make some noise, and invest in SEO, because that is another one, I would say, the most underrated service, but then it is very, very powerful, because organically, without paying any money, you're going to get that ranking. So start today so that you can get that visibility, at least in down the line. And if you are looking for some immediate I would say results, then run some ads also, especially for new businesses. People need to know who you are. So that is something that you need to do. And we always say that we ourselves recommend our clients, you don't stop paper ads, don't stop TV ads, don't stop radio ads, go do everything, all that is definitely needed. Digital marketing is just one other stream for you. Now for the traditional businesses, Savita, what I would say is that the entire mindset shift needs to happen, because they have been doing these traditional marketing from a long time. So they only know that if an ad is there in a newspaper, then only the brand is big. So that is the mindset. So
Mhm.
I think that is why a lot of the companies are onboarding younger CEOs or marketing officers, because they know that these guys can bring that change. I would say every business needs that digital presence. There's no perfect time to start. The moment you feel that yes, it is an important stream for me, you will start.
So, how do you think a company can start seeing results? Like, let's say a company has started digital marketing now. By the time they actually start seeing results in the form of leads or in the form of conversions, what is the time frame?
So I wouldn't say there is a fixed time frame as such. Okay, the moment, see, it depends on which industry you're into, what product you deal in, what is the price of that product, how much competition do you have in this market, right? So, for example, if you're selling cars, then what car are you selling, and how much market share do you have? What's the demand for that car? What's the pricing of your car? Is it a small a 5-seater car, or an SUV? So it depends on a lot of factors. But yes, results in the form of, for example, if we are working on lead generation for you, I would say we can give you leads, say in a week's time or 10 days time. But the quality of the leads is something that we need to work on, right? So how does the campaign, or how does the agency understand if this campaign is performing for you, is all about data. So we analyze the data that we get. So based on, and it has to be a joint effort. When we give you leads, for example, if you're my client and I'm giving you leads, if you do not tell me the feedback on those leads, yes, these leads were good, these leads were bad, and these leads were irrelevant, I will not know if my campaign is being targeted in the right way, and how it is working out for you. So that way, I think it is a joint effort, and we will definitely work on results together. But again, if you're selling a very expensive product, and if your competitor is selling it at a very nominal price, then it will be very difficult for the agency also to get you, here. There will be a luxury market for you. So maybe the numbers will be less, but results will come. So that's something that I want to say.
Mhm. Awesome. So, like, I understand that you cater to the global audience as well. So, when it comes to local markets and global markets, what is the kind of behavioral approach that you have noticed?
I would say the biggest difference is that they don't negotiate. That's the biggest thing. Because of course, for obvious reasons, like if a UAE company or a US company that I've been working with, if they had to onboard an agency in their own country, it would be expensive for them. But when they outsource it to an agency in India, of course the pricing comes down. But still, for us, it's a better way, because we can always cater to them. And also the mindset. I think people in the other countries, the mindset is very, very, they are very clear. Okay, they are very clear on their goals. I want this, I want this. They'll tell you what they want. And the best thing is that they give you time to perform. Okay, but whereas I feel our Indian crowd, I mean, we all know we are all, desi at heart. So we are a little impatient in everything, right? So whether, if we have to go reach somewhere and we are stuck in traffic, we get impatient. If we are, the waiter serves our food a little late, we get impatient. So Indian crowd is a little impatient, whereas the clients abroad are a little more, I would say, calm down, and they understand that, it will take some time for the results to pop up. I have been working with clients in the UAE and US, and recent one we added in Australia also. We have been
Awesome.
expanding. My business is like that, that sitting here I can actually work for any client across the globe. So it's going pretty well, but I would say 80%, 70 to 80% of my clientele is in India. But yeah, we do have a 30% share in, the other countries as well.
Awesome. So here, see, when this market share, like as you said, 30%, how do you build the trust among these people who are so far away? How can somebody trust an Indian agency and hand over their credentials to a company?
So of course, see, for to build that trust, the first thing that you need to show is, your expertise in this. So they will definitely ask you to share your previous work, or, what kind of clients you have catered to. And they do their bit of due diligence on the agency as well. Plus, as I said, we are very transparent with our clients. We have a weekly review system in our agency where every week the client can come and, we share our screen and we'll show him that a week on week how your business is progressing or, not progressing, both the cases. So he or she will get a clear picture that, what this agency is actually doing. There will be no reason to follow up with my agency at all, because we are very prompt, and before the client even asking us, we share our reports and updates. And from day one, Savita, my WhatsApp group is active, and my team starts sharing the reports on the WhatsApp group, email. To be honest, I've got feedback from many of my clients where they say that I really like the way your team follows up with us, because no agency has done this, and they are behind our life for this particular credential or, approval. And sometimes entrepreneurs get busy in their lives, right? So digital marketing, as I said, is just one particular aspect for them. So they have a lot of things. So you might get carried away in the other operations. But if this agency is following up with you, imagine you getting a call or a message saying that, this particular thing needs to go on your LinkedIn today. Like, if you're running a sale on your site, or if you have a 50% off in your store right now, I need to make some noise on the social media now. If somebody is behind your back, saying that, nay, I need the approval right now, you tell me if it is fine. And so that kind of follow-ups we are doing, transparency is maintained. And as I said, I focus on the ROI also. We want to give results. Of course, they need to be a little patient as well, as I said, but then that's how we've managed. And I've been working with this client in the UAE from, as I said, we got this client in the first year of starting an agency. And that person has been working with us and also referring us to his own friends, relatives, family in the UAE as well. So that's how my market is growing. It runs on referrals. So of course,
Wow.
it takes time to build that trust, but once they know you are there and you're doing things right, they'll support you.
So, what are the kind of domains which you have worked with so far?
Okay, so 6 years, I would say I've touched almost but every domain, all kinds of clients we have handled. People in healthcare, also, I would say mental health care, hospitals, diagnostic centers. Then in the hospitality, I would say we have worked with hotels, resorts, spas, salons. We have also worked with retail stores, clients selling apparels, jewelry. We work with automobile dealerships, like, Hyundai, Honda dealerships and all of that. Education has been one of our top clients. So whether you're running a university or an online education platform, we have worked for them as well. Cosmetics, D2C, B2B, B2C, everything, we've touched. And so I would say, we do have the expertise. A lot of people ask me to choose one particular industry, but I would say that if you really want to learn different things, because if you are only handling resorts and hotels, and you will just grow in that one particular stream itself. But when you are actually doing the kind of campaigns that need to be done for an online education client versus a hotel and resort, it's completely different. So my team gets a lot of exposure and growth, I would say. Employee retention also has been good for us. My employees are there. People who have been working with me since day one are also there still with me. And one thing what they have shared with me, like when we ask them about why they have still chosen to stick with us, is because of the variety that we offer. So their
Mhm.
career growth is also there. And in my company, we give you the exposure working for different domains, different kinds of campaigns, different kinds of social media content that you need to write. So I think your brain works faster and better when you're doing different things. So we have worked for all domains, I would say, right now, and we can definitely cater to any market.
That's really great. And see, it is through feedbacks that we grow. Any business grows. So, what is the kind of feedback that you receive from your clients?
Testimonials from my clients, I would say there are a lot on my website, but I would say the few words that you would see in the testimonials is that delivery on time, or support at odd hours, or result oriented, or I would say understanding agency, right? So these are some of the key words that you will see in most of my testimonials.
Your aha moment.
I would say, as an entrepreneur, you have like many aha moments. When, of course, we survived the pandemic, Savita, I think a lot of businesses, good running businesses, have actually given up during that COVID period. We have sustained through it, and we have reached here again, to a 35 team size and working for bigger clients. If I may name, Holiday Inn is my client, Ajmal Perfumes, we are handling a small campaign for them as well. So I'm working with a lot more other bigger brands, which I cannot really name because I am working with in collaboration with other agencies also. So yes, this is an open invitation to any agency who wants to collaborate with me as well. So I believe that together we can achieve it rather than losing a client because of you not being able to deliver. Instead, partnering with somebody who's good at something is always better. We survived the pandemic. We bagged 3 awards last year. As I said, Karnataka Excellence, Book of Records, got the award at my from my community as well for the Best Entrepreneur Award. These are some of the aha moments for Aimglobal, and definitely every single thing that we have achieved is the aha moment for us at Aimglobal.
Amazing. I'm sure people will definitely love to work with you.
Thanks
And
so much.
so, what has been your learnings in this journey so far?
A lot of learnings. As I said, every day I'm learning something new. So one thing that I would say that I've learned is to learn about the person on the other side. I can understand by just one meeting with them ki, how to handle this particular person. Will it be a difficult client or will it be an easy client? And all of that, basically, how whether this guy will understand what I say, or is he an arrogant person. To be honest, I can really judge that now because I've been working with so many people. So I would say people management is something that I'm still learning, because as I said, whether it's my own team, every person is different again in my own team. Maybe if I say something that I'm really upset, the way the person perceives that particular thing is different, right? Like the way you perceive it will be different. Like you might sympathize with me or empathize with me ki, why is she upset? But the other person might think ki, I'm doing so much, why are you upset? So people management is something that I feel I'm learning, and I feel that is most important when you do anything in life, because you're dealing with people all the time. From the time you wake up in the morning till you go to sleep, you meet people, you're dealing with people, whether it's your maid, whether it's your children or family or your company or your clients. So the way you need to build that bond with people, or be able to share your goals with them, or be able to convince them as to what you're doing and why you're doing it, why is it right for them. So that is something that I'm learning, and I think it's an ongoing process for me. There's still a lot more to learn. I'm sure there is still an unexplored world of people waiting for me, who might be different again in their own ways. But it's lovely, Savita. I really enjoy meeting with different people. So it's never a burden, never been a burden. But yeah, it's really wonderful. I would say this particular learning about people, right? People minds. Yeah.
Wow. So, what would be your message to aspiring entrepreneurs?
I would say take the leap. Okay, take the jump. It's not going to be easy. If somebody is telling you that it is going to be all roses and you will be your own boss, कोई टेंशन नहीं होगा, कंपनी स्टार्ट कर लो, employee is not good, become an employer, then I would say they are actually fooling you. It is not easy. It is, but then if you enjoy doing that role, if you think I would say, and my husband also keeps telling this to me, that God has made us a source of income for somebody, out there. So God has chosen us, to basically feed so many families, support so many families, and all of them are dependent on us, right? Like as a company, we are running, and if we are paying the salaries, their homes are running, and all of that. So I would say if you're the chosen one, then there must be a reason why entrepreneurship is coming to you. So take that up, and never, never, ever, hesitate to take help. However, in whatever part of entrepreneurship you are, whether you're in the initial 1 month or 6 months, or even as I am in 6 years now, I never hesitate to ask for help, because I always feel that if you're not asking for help, the other person does not know what you're struggling with, and nobody can even help you, not even yourself. So do that favor. Please seek help. And there are a lot of networking platforms also, and where you can meet the other entrepreneurs, discuss your problems with them, listen to their stories. I think when they share their stories and their losses, and how they have really crossed that particular milestone and gone ahead in lives, you will get motivated. That is very, very important. I feel motivation is what is needed in entrepreneurship at all time. Every day you need to motivate yourself. You need to pull yourself up and say ki, nahi, I have to go, I have to manage my company, because there are people dependent on you. So that is something that I have really lived by, and this is my message to all of you, that if you're going to be chosen as an entrepreneur, there's a reason for it, so go for it.
Wow, very beautifully put, Neha. Very nice.
Thanks so much.
Hmm. So, if people want to reach out to you, so how do they reach out to you?
We are a digital agency, so we are there on all digital platforms, I would say. So I have an email ID, which of course I can share. We are available on phone, website, chat, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, wherever you want to find us. Please do find out and reach out to us. And if you have a requirement, it could not always be a prospect. Even if you have some questions regarding entrepreneurship, as the other day I had somebody in some group asking for a very small thing, and uh, she was asking if there is a cost attached to it, but it was absolutely free, and maybe she didn't know about it. So I just picked my phone. I mean, I could have just chosen to ignore that message. I mean, it's none of my business. But then I chose to pick up my phone and tell her that, dude, this is free. Don't get carried away by, somebody who's charging you for that. It is free. All that you have to do is this. So I have really been helping people. I'm very, I would love to listen to your problems. And if you're really going through a tough time, whatever best I can do to help you, I'll do that. And of course, I am a very good networker. I've got connections. I have been an ex-BNI. I have my own networking platform called OnFix. And also, I am an IIMB alumni. So I have very good connections, in the market. So any problem, at least I'll be able to put you across to that the right person. So please connect with me, all you people who are listening to me, And I'll be more than happy to, of course, if you have a business requirement, then I'll be happy to take your business digital, then local, and then, of course, global. That's what we'll help you with.
Amazing, Neha. Amazing. So wonderfully put, very beautifully put. Yeah. So, guys, make use of this opportunity. Do not lose out on such a wonderful invitation. I just loved it, Neha. Beautiful, Neha. It was wonderful having you. I just didn't realize how time flew. It was just a matter. I just feel we started and we are already towards the end of this
Yeah, I was
beautiful
very nervous
conversation.
about this entire interview thing. I was wondering how it will go, and it was very nice. I think the way you took the questions also, it was pretty nice. I could cover most of the things that maybe directly I would not been able to share with the people out there. So thank you so much, Savita. I think you guys are doing an amazing job with this entire Dream 100 thing. I hope you reach that number very soon.
Thank you so much, Neha, from the bottom of my heart for sharing your experiential insights. Here are my top three takeaways from this amazing conversation. My first takeaway, the 3R formula, the ROI, the retentivity, and responsiveness. Second takeaway, people management is very important and it is an ongoing process. Third takeaway, take the leap and never ever hesitate to take help when you need it. Thank you so much, Neha. Never lose out on an opportunity to learn about cultivating your inner strengths on Dream 100 Show. We strongly believe that life is just a play. We win some, we lose some, we miss some, and we mess with some. So enjoy your journey and play to the fullest. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Dream 100 Show. And now make a smart decision of taking the next step towards building your trust and your dreams. Don't forget to subscribe to Dream 100 Show and leave a review on Apple Podcast. Share your biggest takeaways with us and follow us on LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram. For more details, shoot an email to us. This is Savita signing off and catch you soon in our next episode.